Well, Dr. Squatch, how do I start this video?
Dr. Squatch Body Wash for men who prefer natural.
Since switching to Dr. Squatch.
So, Dr. Squatch is an American soap brand exclusively for men. It was founded in 2013 by Jack Haldrop.
Hi, this is Jack.
And they are currently making over $400 million in annual revenue, as it was confirmed by John Ludek in an interview with Glossy. And actually, they just got acquired, basically they were bought by Unilever at $1.5 billion. So this is clearly one of the biggest case studies in e-commerce. So if you are in e-commerce, I highly recommend you watch the entire video. I've spent hours and hours and hours doing research on their website, on their ads, everything, articles, to understand how they grew so fast, how they managed to get this level of success, what is the strategy behind the scenes of this brand, from the offer, to the creatives, the angles that they use, but most importantly, how can you replicate similar strategies to grow in your case? And actually throughout the video, you're gonna have access to free resources that I've basically gathered doing this video. So it's gonna be easier to implement. There's not gonna be any pitch, nothing commercial from my side, but that's it. No promo, nothing to sell you on the video, just the case studies. It was amazing to do it for me. And yeah, that's everything. Enjoy the video and let's go into the iPad presentation. All right, so let's get into it. The 4 points we're gonna see in this video. First of all, the big picture, why this brand stood out against all of the other brands in the market, the 5 levers that allow them to scale, the mistakes you should avoid if you wanna try to copy their strategy, and then a scaling blueprint, like a checklist on basically what are the things that help them scale the most and how can you implement them today. And then I'll give you a few examples on things that I have applied myself with screenshots and a bunch of images and stuff. Let's go with the first one. So the big picture, why this brand, Dr. Squatch, stood out. Point number 1 is gonna be clear identity. Basically, their brand goes natural, no chemical soap for men sold using primal angles. That is it. So all the time it's gonna be natural, no chemical, and primal angles. So natural and primal. So if you go to our website, you will see natural products, 98 to 100% natural, no harmful ingredients, and then formulated for men, and this thing, manly scents. Okay, interesting. So here you have the primal angles, which is basically use this soap and you're gonna attract more women, or you're gonna be more attractive to your wife, something like this, because you're gonna smell manly and you're not gonna smell like these chemical soaps or shampoos or whatever. And so you see it there, you see it with this Sydney Sweeney collaboration that they did, and you see it here. These are their ads. That smells like a hot dude. And you have here a good looking girl, same thing here. Oh my God, the scents, they smell so good. They got me looking at my man. So that's kind of like what they're pitching in the ads, and that's the angle that they mostly use. In terms of ads, I've put together a library of the best ever ad creatives from Dr. Squatch. I've used Magic Brief and I've taken ads that were active for more than 6 months and are still active. So they're performing very well for them. And also the recent ones that have really good hooks. So I'm gonna give you access to this in a couple of minutes. Let's just finish this first initial part. So point number 2, founder story. It's a very clear founder story by Jack. And they use the video, I think, for retargeting a lot. So he's part of the brand identity of this brand. And this is something that I really, really like. So that's a core one. The other one, humor-based marketing. So any article that you read breaking down the brand is gonna be humor-based, which is key for social media vitality. Also, virality. So they went viral and the ads retain the attention because all of the time they're using stuff like humor. You see here the memes. This 4th of July, I guess I'm gonna start things that men do. This thing, and their product. So they know how to blend in the product into the memes. Born to do Dr. Squatch, forced to wake up early, sleep very little, work a lot, and drink a lot of coffee. So this humor was key to the brand. The 4th one, and almost the last one, smart front-end offer. So it's very easy to become a customer because the product is cheap. But then it's very easy for them as well to keep you as a customer. And the product itself, immediate simple need at an affordable price. So the friction on the funnel is very low. There's a clear message and a clear outcome that I can see if I buy the product, which is not only, yeah, I'm gonna use less chemicals, whatever. yeah, it's gonna smell good. Well, but then it's gonna make me more manly. It's gonna make me more attractive. Women are gonna like how I smell. And then I'm like, okay, we're touching 3 points here. So they have a lot of bundles. They have a lot of subscriptions that we will see in the 5 levers exactly. And they frequently do new launches. So if you become a customer and you only spend $7, you can still have the option to like upsell them to a bundle or get them into a subscription. But if not, no worries, because it's a consumable product. So eventually they're gonna need a new one. Will they go back to the chemical competitors? Probably not. And also, if you hit them with new launches, oh, we did a limited edition with Call of Duty or with Mike Tyson. It's like, at some point, you're gonna get them back. So very smart. And then the last one, memorable brand assets. So if you see, is it Bigfoot, right? It's called, right? Bigfoot, plus the color that they use, they're very consistent with it. And they've got the animal, the guy, everywhere, okay? It goes together with the branding, all right? The Bigfoot reinforces the rugged, natural, primal identity of the brand, and it aligns with the theme, natural products for men, but at the same time, manly. So those were the foundational 5 points for the brand. Now, let's go into the top 5 levers that Dr. Squatch used to scale so fast. We're gonna cover ad angles, the ad creative engine and testing that they were using on ads. I'm gonna talk about the offer, the front-end offer, subscriptions, AOB, all of this stuff. And then after that, we talk about Omnichannel Presence, what they were doing specifically, and the collaborations that they did, which was huge. Let's get into it. So the first one in this list is gonna be identity plus angles. Now, if we see some of their competitors, I mean, H&S, I'm not even sure if it's a competitor, but it's pretty much the same market, and Sanex, you will see that the branding they use, I mean, we've all seen the TV ads from H&S, you know, it's very different from Dr. Squatch. It doesn't hook me into it as much as Dr. Squatch. Yeah, they've got these influencers and these sports professionals and whatever, but it's like, yeah, okay, cool, but it doesn't have that element of identity. And Sanex, the same thing. I mean, keeps skin fit and refreshed. It's like, so what? Like, cool, but anything can get that. So not really good angles we see there. Now with Dr. Squatch, as we mentioned before, yes, natural, no chemicals, cool, no harmful ingredients, okay. So you can use that in your bowls and no issues. They also use that in their ads. Formulated for men, plus what we mentioned, this is on their website as well, this primal angle of dating, of becoming more attractive, smelling manly, and how women also love that. So kind of like getting the approval, let's say, of women that indirectly every single man wants. So you've got, again, this collaboration, and if you see the tonality of the collaboration that they did, you get it there. You see it here as well, as I mentioned before. They got me looking at my man. I mean, if I'm a man and I have a girlfriend or I have a wife, I want her to be attracted to me 24/7. And if this simple product, cheap, easy to buy, that I use every single day, whether I want it or not, I have to use it. If this brings an extra benefit, let's go for it. Smells like hot dude, or look at this. How a man will unlock your heart through your nose. 3 seductive soap techniques girls wish guys knew. Why this deodorant will make you 10x more attractive. And you put this hook of a girl that's looking at the man as he goes by. And the last one, why this deodorant will make you 10x more attractive. Same thing with a split screen hook where this is doing something weird and this girl is like obsessed with the man. So they both visually and in text, they display this angle of primal attractiveness, etc. Now, the library that I was talking to you about, this is going to be super useful for everybody because you will literally know the best ads from the brand, and they are famous for doing really cool ads. So I did 2 things. The first one is I added like 20 ads that they've had active for over 12 months or 6 months or 9 months. So a lot of time, which means when you keep an ad active, that means the ad is working really well on Facebook, on Instagram, on Meta. And also with the filter winners, which I don't know exactly how they do it, but it filters out some ads that look really, really cool. So I've put them together into this library. So here you will have some videos. You will have this one that looks organic from the iPhone notes. You will have memes. And you will have the collaboration ads, but also you're gonna be able to see how they use little things like the TikTok comments or little things like top 3, like doing a listicle inside of an ad. You're gonna see all of that. The link is not in the YouTube description. This is the only thing extra that I added. So you're gonna have to go into my Instagram, manel.gomez. Go there, you send me a message with the word Squatch, and I have a ManyChat automation. Immediately after 10 seconds, you're gonna get the link. And that is it. Again, nothing to sell you. There's not going to be any pitch in there. I'll send you the library and that is it. So yeah, you'll get automatically the library of Dr. Squatch. They're best at creatives pretty much ever. So highly recommend you do that. Let's keep on going with the video. Point number 2, offer structure for high conversion rate, but at the same time, high LTV. And here's where you unlock the scalability, the being able to spend a lot of money on ads and acquire a lot of new customers. So if we look into their website, as soon as you scroll past the header, the beginning, first thing that you see, bestsellers. Okay, I always want to go to the bestsellers, but by default, they want to get me into the bundles. Smart. So that's the first thing that I see, bundle. Okay. Then I scroll down a little bit and it says starter bundles. This is a really good front end offer, because let's say I don't know the brand and I see an ad and I'm attracted to their message, their angle. So I click on the ad and I go into the homepage and they tell me, hey, if you are new to the brand, this is a starter bundle. And I'm like, okay, it makes sense that I start with this. So good from their side. And then you go into the bundles and you have a bunch of options that are going to increase the AOV and allow them to spend a lot of money on ads. And also, if you go into the product page, down below the add to cart button, you've got this extra option, which is save money if you get the bundle, 6-pack, and then it's gonna be $40 with a discount. And they give you the option here to add to cart, and the other add to cart button was right above this. So I'm like, okay, it might make sense because I don't even know what is the scent that I like the most. So I might as well try the 6th. And the one that I like the most is the one that I keep on buying. Makes sense. As a new user, this makes sense. And in the product page, they also have these all of the time. One-time purchase, $7, but you can save some money if you subscribe. And I mean, it's $6, so you might as well consider that. You're subscribed to Spotify, to Netflix, to all of those things. This is the product page. Another thing that I really liked is that, and this happens with perfumes, this happens with soap, this happens with many consumable products, that I need to, by just looking at a screen, I need to be able to feel how does it smell in real life. And they really achieve that in here. Because just by looking at the things on the background, I can have an idea of how I'm gonna smell if I put this on my skin. Same thing here, cinnamon, sandalwood, amber, and oaked bourbon. So really, really well done. If you have something similar, I highly recommend you do something like this in the product page images. And last point here, massive social proof. So this is in their homepage, a lot of reviews, 100,000 plus reviews. Then trusted by Men's Journal, Men's Health, JQ, and whatever this thing is. And then you go into each one of the products and you have a lot of images, which is good. The name of verified buyer, that's cool. And then you can read all of the reviews and you have here. It really looks like Amazon. So this looked really, really well. And then the last thing, in the product page, I know exactly when am I gonna get it. I know that there's free shipping available, which is also gonna increase the AOV, 30-day satisfaction guarantee, and whatever the natural. So there are a lot of little elements that contribute to me wanting to buy and also wanting to spend more than $7. So it's a really good offer structure. Now, point number 3, creative engine, not just one viral hit, not a one-hit wonder. So they had 2 things here. The first thing that they had is creative diversity. This is something we talk about in this channel a lot. And then they had a creative expansion strategy that is amazing. You're gonna see it right now. So creative diversity, they have many, many different types of ads. So this one would be like an organic feeling type of ad. Try this and some benefits, some features here and the product. Okay, it looks like my iPhone notes. Then they've got this cool meme, born too late to whatever in the cave, born too early to the city with technologies and whatever, born just in time too, and then you've got the drop of the product with the Sydney Sydney Sweeney, whatever she's called, bathtub water, incredible idea. Then they have got a directly product with a free, like, buy the bundle and you get this thing for free. Then a UGC with the reaction of the primal angle that I just mentioned. Then a founder ad. Then here you see how they produce that, so transparency. Then they have some directly, this is the product type of ad. And then flash campaign type of ads. So for July 4th, this discount with the flags and a really good branding for a specific flash campaign. And many others that I didn't include in here. You will have them in the ad library that I created. But the interesting thing is not that we're doing a lot, we're testing a lot. No. The interesting here is the creative expansion. So if an ad creative works, let's make 50 more like that. So look at this. They do, I call this ranking video ads, but like it can be called listicle video ads, whatever. Top 3 soaps, every 55 plus men has to try. Then we have the exact same headline and we're changing the visual aspect of the video. So now we include, this was like a product, let's say unboxing, and you've got a product demo, like the man using it. Now we still have the man using it, but now we add this beautiful girl that I know is gonna attract men. Interesting. Let's say that this works. Let's keep the girl and let's change the man here. And let's keep the text the same. We keep the text the same. We change the guy in the shower using the product, whatever. But we keep this girl that is wondering something. Interesting. Now this is an ad that's a little bit older. I saw it before. Top 3 sexiest scents voted by women. Interesting. And now there's like a little girl here that goes by and is looking at the men. Top 3 soaps every man needs to try. Another listicle. Top 3 sexiest scents voted by women. And they've got this thing that's gonna basically put this on fire. Top 3 sexiest body wash scents voted by women. And I guess there's a girl here. So look at this. This ad has been active for 200 days. So the process summarized would be they have this ad active for a very long time and they would come last week and they would say, oh guys, we need to do 50 like this. And then they started doing this one, and that's creative expansion. So imagine if you do all of this process, but you do it for every single one of these different ad types. It's wild because you can have the ad account. I think they have 600 active ads. I don't know. They can replicate the winning ads 50 times, each one of the winners. This is massive scale, massive. So this was really key. And you see it there visually. Again, reminder of the ad library. Just go into my Instagram if you're on the laptop, or if not, just change the app that you're using on your phone and you can directly go manel.gomez, send the message. The message was Squatch, and I send you directly the ad library. Anyways, point number 4, Omnichannel Presence. So let's see what they did. PR, so in articles and stuff like this. If you look at the Dr. Squatch article, you'll have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. And you see that for every collaboration or limited edition campaign, they are there. So this is the one with the Sweeney girl. This one, I'm not even sure if this is the same thing. Supercharged, just came in 2025. Then men's grooming, 8 best soaps for brands for men. Whatever. Same thing here. Mike Tyson collaboration, a lot of articles. And this is the one where they appear from here. So 8 best soaps, and then they appear there with the Bow Chica Wow Wow. You see the humor? By the way, after doing the video, I'm considering buying their products, to be honest. Because I've seen so much about the brand that I'm like, I like the founder, I like the idea. The messaging is so good. So just for the amazing work they've done, I've got to spend my money. Then social media, another channel they mastered. So YouTube, how many? 123 subscribers, 1,000. So what type of brand gets 120k subscribers? Or on Twitter, 28,000 followers on Twitter. How many 6,066 600k followers on Facebook and 1.1 million on Instagram. This is massive. As a brand owner, this gives you like guaranteed cash flow that no matter if you don't spend on ads or Facebook goes down or whatever, these people that follow you will keep on buying. It's crazy. Super Bowl ad. This was incredible. This was phenomenal. Go watch the video. Highly recommended. You will see. Study it. Stand-up comedy. Random, but they're there. Channels. Retail. Of course, they're in retail. They're on Amazon. They're everywhere. The thing is, they're everywhere. So there's a logical solution. I've got clients that are doing something similar right now, like frequency in PR, doing retail and stuff, opening their own stores. You know, you've got to hit a certain milestone, and then after that go retail, and then after that go this, and then this, and then this. So you keep on stacking these things. It's not like today you have to start doing all of these channels. It doesn't work like that. All right, and of course advertising in every single social media. That's gonna be assumed. Now, point number 5: key influencer collaborations and brand deals. This is massive because you will see it now, but with this you can tap into different audiences that you would not reach them otherwise. So unlock new, let's call it market segments. And at the end of the video, I will explain to you that I did this with a few brands already, like especially the brand deals, like working with, I'm not gonna mention the huge companies that they did the collaborations from, but like extremely famous businesses, and it really works. So anyways, Star Wars, you see here the collaboration with Star Wars, Call of Duty, Fight Club. Like, people who like Star Wars, they usually don't like Fight Club, usually. So the brand is gonna think, okay, how can I tap into the Star Wars fans market and also pull the fans of Fight Club, people who like, you know, they're out of the matrix, the system, they like fighting, all of this stuff, or people who are, let's say, gamers and they like Call of Duty. How can I tap into those markets, segments of population, of people? And you see it here in limited editions: SpongeBob, Avengers, Call of Duty, Godzilla, Harry Potter, Liquid Death, Minecraft, Star Wars, bunch of limited editions. It's crazy. Like, all of this unlocks a lot of audiences, a lot of market. Then the same thing with the Winnie Winnie. I don't know who are the fans of this girl as men, but of course she's super attractive and she's super famous right now. So every single man is gonna be like, oh wow, if she does a collaboration, I want to be part of it because she's so attractive. And if she says the brand message, which is, hey, be a man, don't smell like these cheap soaps, use these and you're gonna smell like a man and you're gonna be super attractive, then the message, it gives credibility to the message. Because if an attractive girl that's famous, that's very trendy right now, with the, what was this series with the thing in Italy, the White Lotus series? So Justin Herbert, I don't know who this guy is, but sports professional. There you go with the collaboration. Mike Tyson, the man, same thing with like more moisturizing type of products, not necessarily the smelling ones. So if that's something that's related to him or something like this, they are first of all launching a new product, because moisturizing is like a new product for the brand, but also they're launching it through Mike Tyson. That gives credibility, and all of the fans of Mike Tyson are gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna consider buying this thing. So this was huge, very smart from them. So influencer and brand deals, omnichannel presence, creative engine, offer structure, and then the angles that they used really, really well. All right, let's go to point number 3. I hope you're enjoying the video so far. Now we're gonna see what not to do. I'm gonna tell you the top 6 mistakes that e-commerce founders make when trying to copy Dr. Squatch. So basically 6 points, what not to do. Very simple, let's go. The first one is gonna be unclear brand identity that cannot pull and commit any segment of the market. The keyword here is commit, because if as a brand you're not positioned into something specific, how can I be attracted to you and how can I feel part of your journey of your brand if I don't even know where you position yourself as a brand? So what kind of movement am I joining? That's the first one. The second one is using humor randomly with no strategy. So it feels like off. It doesn't really make sense that you put a meme if you've never spoken anything about memes, or it doesn't make any sense. So if you want to use humor, you have to use it with a strategy. It has to go together and blend into your products. Otherwise, don't do it, or do it in a different way. Like instead of humor, just use current trends that are going on in the market, which is something that the brand did as well. Then think that their success was about one viral video or just one idea that hit. But if you see them, I haven't seen any brand that has tested as much as this brand. They've tried every single thing. They are everywhere. They've tried all of the ad creative formats. They have expanded those. And once they found a winning ad creative format, they did not stop there. It feels like they want to have the best possible images, the best possible videos UGC, the best possible studio videos, and of those make more and make more and more and more and more and more. So the success just came from testing nonstop and trying absolutely everything. Then another typical mistake is the LTV thing. If you have no LTV plan after the first purchase, you're gonna have a really tough time because the money is made on the back end nowadays. Of course, you can be profitable in the front end, but if you're spending 50, 100K a day, it's not easy to be at 4x ROAS. It's not even realistic. 100K a day with a 4x ROAS. Not really. But you're not trying to make the 100K back on the same day. They knew that, okay, you go buy your thing, but then you're going to have the bundles, you're going to have the subscriptions. Then in 1 month, we're going to launch this limited edition. And then we have this flash campaign for the 4th of July. And then this other thing. So they know that at some point, you're going to buy again. Or you're going to buy something different. Or you're going to buy this or that. It's like they have the things in place to ensure that you buy again. Bundles, subscription, limited edition, flash campaigns, collaborations, everything. So that increases the LTV by a lot. Now, many brand owners, they are scared of exploring bold marketing ideas. And I see this with coaching clients, people that I consult. It's like, just try it on ads. And if it works, go deep into that. Don't be so closed into the brand guidelines and not test any message. Don't be close there. Like Dr. Squatch did the most bold type of marketing crazy that they can be criticized for. And I think the Winnie collaboration with the attractive girl that's famous, that got viral, but at the same time, they got a lot of hate from a lot of people because this soap is supposed to have bath water from where the girl took a bath. It's a weird thing, but it was bold and they succeeded. And then the last one is having one generic angle for all products. So Dr. Squatch uses different ad formats, different ad angles, and different landing pages for different scents, even though the product is always the same, or for different products in the same line that do something very similar, everything is different. So if we're going to talk about Call of Duty, we're going to do it in a different way than if we're talking about Pine Tar, which is their bestseller, and we're going to use a different creator or this or that. So it's like each product or each variation is a new channel, and I'm going to try to go deep and find the winning angle for each one of them. So do not be generic and positioning, and testing a lot. And finally, we have the scaling blueprint you can apply today. This is basically going to be a checklist of 5 points with a question that you have to ask yourself. So it's going to be way easier to implement all the content that you've seen on this video. So here's the order that I would follow if I were scaling your brand inspired on the learnings from this video. The first one is you want to nail your identity plus angle. So ask yourself, this is going to go through questions, and ask yourself these questions. If someone saw my product for 3 seconds, would they know who it's for and why it's different? I mean, if we see now this Bigfoot from Dr. Squatch, I did a lot of research and spent a lot of time with the brand, but it's like immediately I can recognize this is not going to be for women. And the moment that I hear speaking for like 10 seconds, I know this is different. So identity plus angle. Then the next one, build bundles plus subscription options. Basically try to increase the LTV as much as you can. So you want to ask yourself, am I giving first-time buyers an easy, no-brainer reason to spend more or come back automatically? So it's like, if I'm selling a cheap front-end offer, either I offer you to subscribe and it's going to be like, I pay the CPA one time, but you're going to be giving me $6 for the next 3 years. Or I say, yeah, this is $6, but we have this thing that's $40 that is way better. Or you spent only $6, but I know for a fact that over the next 3 months, statistically 90% or 60% will buy again, because we have this new launch, this new launch, this new launch, then it's Mike Tyson, then the Winnie Winnie, and then it's going to be Black Friday. Phenomenal. So have that in place. Try to have that in place. Now, testing calendar, ask yourself, do I have a plan for what I'm testing next week? Most people don't. And try to merge that into the context. So right now, what is it? It's July 6th. So now it's like holiday mentality type of thing, July, August. Okay, based on this, what is my testing plan? Because otherwise, I'm just hoping that what I have right now in the ad account is just gonna keep on working, but I cannot hope for that. So I've gotta have a plan to, as we did with their ads. What did we do? We said creative diversity, but also creative expansion. So all of the time, I want to be like, what can I expand that is working well right now? And then after that, what are the new hypotheses? That's what I mention all of the time. Creative expansion, let's make more of what works. But at the same time, let's not stop exploring and let's look for new hypotheses, new things that could work in July, August, and then for September, we make a new plan. Point number 4, prepare for omnichannel expansion. So you want to ask yourself, and I mainly do Meta ads, but if Meta stopped working tomorrow, do I have another channel ready to scale? And if the answer is no, it's good to think about it. Is Meta gonna fall? Is it gonna go down? Probably not. But I wanna have sales from a few different places. And the ones that I like are usually, of course, integrate Google Ads, but have something organic that's giving traffic nonstop and also gives credibility, and also have a lot of email going on. So email have to be going on constantly, organic constantly, and then the ads blended into this strategy, perfect. On top of it, if you want to do some PR and you have the money for it, let's go. Last one, you want to track the right metrics. So ask yourself, when I scale, am I watching the numbers that protect my profits, or I'm just looking at ROAS? So I can tell you, like, Dr. Squatch, let's say a random number. I don't have any private information, but let's say they're spending 50K a day. If they're spending 50K a day, do you think they have a ROAS of 4? Do you think they have a first-time customer return on ad spend of 3? Probably not. Because if I'm selling a $7 product for a ROAS of 3, that means that I might be paying something like 2.33 CPA. That's literally impossible. If this was their AOB, this is not the AOB. But because, again, they are looking at the LTV. And when they are at such high scale that I'm spending a lot of money on PR, that I've got 1 million followers on Instagram, that we do this collaboration, that we send emails here and emails there, and we have Google Ads, TikTok Ads, Facebook Ads, this and that, you start working with something that's called, this is from huge companies. If you're not at this level, it doesn't really matter. But it's called a marketing mix. And here they start doing, let's just say, statistics. And they make decisions based on this, on predictions and models and stuff like that. It doesn't really matter. But look into LTV, look into MER, and see the contribution of each channel, and not just the ROAS. And last but not least, and I'm grateful that you made it till the end of the video, I'm gonna show you a few examples from myself, from my clients, things that I've personally implemented from Dr. Squatch, or that we share, not necessarily that I took from them, but similar things that you've seen during the video, put them in practice. And what is my experience? I'm gonna give you screenshots. It's 7 points. So this is the practical side of the video, so that you see that things are real with screenshots. It gives you a little bit of motivation. And now that you have all the content, the checklist that I just gave you, what not to do, and a few examples for proof and a bit of motivation, you're ready to crush it. Let's go. So the first teaching that I got for you here was the find one ad angle and scaling to the moon. So basically what Dr. Squatch did was this ad angle of dating, attracting women, etc. And they scaled that to the absolute moon, because they could also use different angles like the health of your skin, or I don't know, something more related to wellness or stuff like that. But would it work as much? Would it have the same CTR as if you put some attractive women there and be like, oh, you're going to be attractive for these women and it's going to be amazing? Probably not. Worst metrics. I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just the messenger. But so I had the same thing with a wellness client, and you will see it right here. So basically with this client, we had a bunch of different angles, and I did some angle testing exercises. So UGC, even though this is not an angle, but I put it separately, UGC videos, weddings, couples, sleep, beauty. And what is the thing that performed? Only beauty performed. Only. And this is the one that we scaled. Of course, inside this $53 CPA, we had some things at $20 CPA for an AOB of 110 or 100, 95 to 110. And then we have some CPA of 80, because this 53 is an average of 1,600 purchases. But anyways, and then inside of the beauty campaign, what I did was creative expansion, as we mentioned. So we would have overnight skin, post-it ads, Amazon ads, Botox March, a bunch of these with different angles here. And then podcast ads, 3 reasons why, the listicle, you remember from Dr. Squatch, 3 reasons why this is the best, or 3 cents, whatever. So you find one winning thing here, and then you expand it like crazy. That was the exercise here. Scaled a lot with this brand, and to be honest, the results, these I discovered, I think it was in 2023, we did the exercise. And 2022, we were struggling. We were doing just one angle and it was the wrong angle. And through angle testing, we found the beauty thing. And then the beauty thing was expanded into sub angles and different landing pages. And that has even conditioned what new products do they launch today, 2024, 2025, 2026. The new products that we launch and that they put a crazy amount of money into are conditioned by the angle that I found. So it is really important for the future of a brand. Point number 2, you want to participate in important flash campaigns. So if you see Dr. Squatch, they were just doing right now 4th of July, and they do a bunch of flash campaigns, okay? So you see it here. This is an example from a Shopify brand. This is every single sales peak. This is the revenue. It's a flash campaign. So brand anniversary, VIP sale, summer sale, price increase, Halloween, Black Friday, Boxing Day, Christmas, winter sales, a lot. And you see the growth of the brand. So 600K in 2022. Let's do it like this. 600K in 2022. All right. And a bunch of flash campaigns, as I just mentioned as well. Flash campaign, flash campaign, flash campaign. Same thing here, same thing here. Boom, boom, boom. Whatever. And here, just very low revenue. I came into this brand in right here is when I joined. Right here. Then we do 2023, 1.3 million gross sales. And then 2024, 2.5 million. And based on the growth we're having as far as until today, we're more or less at 80% year over year. We are shooting for 5 million. And same thing, you see it here with the little flash campaigns, flash campaign, flash campaign, flash campaign, flash campaign 1, flash campaign 2, a Christmas thing, Boxing Day, New Year, whatever. So a lot of scaling with flash campaigns. Point number 3, that's supposed to be a 3. Brand deals like Call of Duty or Star Wars. I've done those. I'm 0% gonna share the images directly. If you're a friend of mine, you know. But I've had 3 experiences of working with my clients partnering with big American corporations. And another one from Europe. I don't know the country. But like huge corporations that everybody knows. You're a brand, you do a collaboration, you launch a product together. They ask for a crazy margin, and that's it, and you have the collaboration. It works a lot for brand awareness, authority, positioning, But for example, Dr. Squatch, I don't know, from a $7 soap in collaboration with Call of Duty, I don't know how much profit they make out of that, to be honest. I don't know. But I think they don't do it for the profit directly, like in the first purchase. Really good. If you start getting some traction, it's good to start doing these things. Just reach out, just try it out. Brands are open to do this type of things. Then point number 4 that I learned, or that I did at the same time as Dr. Squatch, not directly taking it from them, but creative expansion plus product line expansion. This is the case of another client. I started working with them in 2021. They were primarily selling 2 categories. Now we are at 4 to 5 big categories, and then some that are smaller, but 4 to 5 product categories, and each one of them is treated differently, and we do a lot of creative expansion for each different category. That has allowed us to do some crazy scaling. Again, I joined around 700K they were making, and I've been through a lot with them, more flat, more crazy. And this was this point right there. In dollars, that's like, I don't know the conversion exactly, but more or less 3.5 million a month. And we're stable now past 2 million. So in Evergreen. So I'll tell you, in this case, the ad account structure on Meta. In ABO, I have 1 campaign per product category, 1 UGC campaign, because we want to separate it for other reasons, and 1 for flash campaigns. So inside of that, we promote flash campaigns. And then I have 4 CBOs typically, because we separate the EU from the US. 4 scaling campaigns with manual bids. That's pretty much, and then I've got the retargeting here, but that's another story. And this is the account structure here. So different product lines get treated differently, okay? Overall, doing these things and many other things, just for you to know, last couple of months, May, June, I spent 600K, ROAS 3.88, and 2.4 million generated for my clients. Pretty cool. So anyways, guys, if you want to keep exploring my e-commerce scaling strategies, if you enjoyed the video, you can subscribe. I post a bunch of good videos. I would recommend you to go to the YouTube channel right now. You don't need to subscribe if you like the content. But I would recommend you a few videos here that I've got from the past 2 or 3 months. How to test Facebook ads in 2025 is a really good video that everybody loved. The new Facebook ads algorithm in 2025, the best Facebook ads account structure. I'd recommend you watch some of those. Massive updates to the Facebook ads manager. That's also a good one. Or for example, this one, why your CPA doubles when you scale Facebook ads. I don't know, I've got a bunch of really good videos I post very consistently. Also, you can check out the Instagram. I post there more behind the scenes type of content. Thanks a lot for watching till the end. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll keep on posting some videos like this. Dr. Squatch, props to you. Incredible work. And guys, I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye. Peace.